our channel English Victor. Dear friends and my dear students, in this video we will be looking at future perfect tense. So far we have seen all the four tenses of present tense and four tenses of past tense and simple future and future continuous tense. Now we are going to see the third tense in future, that is future perfect tense. Look at the structure of future perfect tense. Future perfect tense structure is subject plus shall have or will have plus V3 plus object. So far we have seen two perfect tenses, present perfect tense and past perfect tense. In these two perfect tenses we have come across have forms followed by third form of the verb, that is past participle. See, in this perfect tense, in this future perfect tense also we have the third form of the verb and followed by object. Remember students, in all perfect tenses V3 or the past participle is common. Okay, before V3 the have forms are different. If it is present perfect tense, have or has. If it is past perfect tense, had. If it is future perfect tense, shall have or will have plus V3. So shall have is used with the first person singular and plural I, we. And will have is used with second person singular and plural, third person singular he, she, it, and third person plural they. Okay, this is the way as to how we use shall have and will have. But in modern English, will have is used with all persons. Okay, there is nothing wrong in using will have and shall have. Okay, whichever is convenient to you at the time of speaking or writing, you can use. But this is a rule that we have in English grammar. Okay, when it comes to the usage, what is the usage? Okay, in future perfect tense, the usage is like this. Future perfect tense is used to express an action which will be finished are completed at a specific point of time in the future. So perfect tense means completed. Remember, this is the clue word to remember. Future perfect tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense. In these three perfect tenses, action completed. If it is present perfect, action completed a short while ago. If it is past perfect, action completed long back. If it is future perfect, action will be finished or completed at a specific point of time in future. Look at this usage. It is used to express an action which will be finished or completed at a specific point of time in the future. So at a specific point of time, look at this diagram. So this is the present point where we are. This red line is a future time. This blue line is a past time. So imagine an action will come to an end at a specific point of time in future. Here this is the point where action will be finished or action will come to an end. So whenever we talk about an action that will be finished at a future time, at a specific point of time in future, future perfect tense is used. Okay, this is the point where an action will be finished. It is easy to identify in examination point of view. To identify this sentence, this answer is very easy because future perfect tense is usually used with the preposition by. Future perfect tense occurs with the preposition by followed by time, by followed by part of the day, by followed by day, or by followed by month, and by followed by season, and by followed by year. Whenever you come across a time indicator with by time, for example, by 7 o'clock, by 8 o'clock, by 9 o'clock, what does it mean? By 7 o'clock or by 8 o'clock, action will come to an end. action will be finished at that specific point of time. So this is the time indicator to make the readers and the listeners understand that the action will be coming to an end. So by followed by time. So this is the first indicator. Second indicator is by followed by part of the day, by morning, by afternoon, by evening, by night. Next, the third indicator is by followed by day, by Monday, by Sunday, by Thursday, by Friday, and so on. And next, by followed by month, by January, by September, by November, by December. Next, by followed by seasons, by summer, by winter, by autumn, by spring, like this. Okay, next, by followed by year. This year is a future year, not a past year, not the present year, but it is a future year. For example, we are in the year 2020, so we take by 2025, by 2030, or 2035, like this. So if an action comes to an end, if an action finishes at a specific point of time in future, future perfect tense is used. Remember, action will be finished or completed at a specific point of time in future. For example, I am teaching tenses now. So this is the 11th tense and one more tense is left. I say tomorrow is the deadline. By tomorrow 11 o'clock action will be finished. So to say this action, I use future perfect tense. For example, I shall have taught all 12 tenses by tomorrow. By tomorrow 11 o'clock. So we can use a specific point of time to say that the action will come to an end. For example, a student is studying in engineering course and his engineering course will be finished by next year. So the student will have completed his engineering course by next year. So okay, this is how we can use future perfect tense to talk about the actions which will be finished at a specific point of time in future. Look at these examples. All these examples have the time indicators that are begin with by. I shall have done my homework by 10 p.m. Imagine a student is doing homework. When the student is doing homework, the boy or girl may be asked, when do you complete your homework? At what time will it be finished? Then the student gives the answer. I shall have done my homework by 10 p.m. By 10 o'clock, exactly by 10 o'clock, the action of doing homework will come to an end, will be finished. That is the meaning. And the second one is, she will have submitted her project by January. Here is an engineering student and she is doing some project. Okay, for 6 months or 7 months she has been doing the project. Okay, her professor may have asked, when do you complete your project? And then the answer is, she will have submitted her project by January. Okay, by the end of January, by January. So next example, my father will have built a house by 2025. Okay, my father, imagine my father is building a house. He started building a house and it takes 4-5 years. So by 2025, the building will be over. So when I talk about the completion of the action by 2025, I can use this. My father will have built a house by 2025. This is only for example's sake. I have taken 2025. You need not take 2025 any year, but that year must be, that time must be future time. And the next one, they will have reached the US by Monday. For example, some people left for US and the time to reach the US may be Monday. So when we talk about that action, we can say like this: they will have reached the US by Monday. So this is how we can give the examples on future perfect tense. Remember, future perfect tense is used to express an action which will be finished or completed at a specific point of time in future. Okay, in future continuous tense we talk about the continuity of the action at a specific point of time, whereas in future perfect we talk about the completion of an action. This is the only difference between future continuous and future perfect tense. This is all about future perfect tense. In public examinations, you will identify the future perfect tense with the help of the time indicators. You find by followed by time, part of the day, month, season and year. So with the help of this clue, this indicator, you can take it for granted that the answer must be in future perfect. So you can immediately recall the structure of future perfect and fill in the blank with the answer subject plus shall have or will have plus V3 plus object. This is all about future perfect tense. Please subscribe our channel English Victor. Thank you.